Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. Today it's Saturday. I didn't get a whole lot done the last couple of days. We worked on the back side of this lot fence for 3 mornings and finally got it pretty well done. So hopefully today it's kind of overcast. I don't know, I think there's a chance of rain. But hopefully we're gonna be able to get something done today. I got some sandblasting to do. One thing I did get done yesterday was I got the door seals installed. So these are not too bad to install. You just have to, they come a little long, so you got to cut it off. To cut these, since this is metal, it's metal rubber covered on it. Just take a little cut-off wheel and cut through this part of it, and then take a knife and cut that. And I noticed that this one was factory cut. It's kind of beveled out, and when I cut this one, I actually didn't mean to, but I beveled it out too. Now, don't worry about all this stuff here. All this is going to be covered up with a seal plate. Seal plate's going to run all the way up into this area, so all this will be hidden. And I temporarily mounted the seat belt, and I believe that this is going to bolt to this L bracket here. They say to use the factory hardware if you have it, so that's what I did on the bottom. Just used that piece that comes with that up at the top, and all I got to do now is put a bolt through here. This bolt here. Bolt that to that. I think I was going to try to wait until I got my seat in here, but I may go ahead and try to do that. Today, if it rains, well, if it rains, I'm going to try to finish my door polishing. I got to finish this one up and do that one. And hopefully we can get some help down here to get these hung up. I think it's streaky for some reason. I made a mess with this door because I was polishing this outside, and I forgot, and I picked my pad up with it still spinning full blast, and it throwed polish everywhere. You can see all up in there. Well, you can see it all over that, but it's all up in there. All over everything. That stuff, you never want to pick up your polish wheel while it's still spinning full blast. You see it all over that. I think that's polish anyway. Yeah, that's polish because it's all over the door. So, gonna try to get some more stuff done inside. I'm gonna try to get some stuff done on the engine. And go ahead and get the condenser mounted. I got to go out the house and get the radiator. I'm not going to use the radiator that come out of this truck. I've got another radiator that come out of the parts truck that I think's good. And we'll put it on there and see if it's good. I just hate to buy a radiator when I might have a good one. And I could take that from this truck and get it tested, checked out, but never did. So anyway, that's the plan for today. So I'll bring y'all along as I try to knock off a few more things on my to-do list on this truck. That's a messy job, but you can see the little sprayer I bought from Tractor Supply. It does an alright job for good small areas. You have to shake it every now and then, but it's a lot better than trying to pull that big sandblaster around everywhere. I've got to do a little bit more on the. I want to sandblast this inner fender here, and I'm probably gonna have to have my big one to really do an adequate job on that fender. I think what I'm gonna do right now is go clean myself up. I got sand all over the camera and everywhere else. This stuff probably should have closed my door. The wind's blowing right in my door over here. So I'm gonna get everything cleaned up and we'll go from there. We'll have to kind of wait these dry a little bit, turn these pieces here around a little bit so we can get the other side covered up. We'll let them dry for a little while, get them, turn them over, put them on the other side. That's going to be our initial priming coat. Now the hinges, I'm going to just paint them flat black or satin black to match the core support and the inner fenders. And of course the ashtray will get painted blue with the truck. We'll paint it when we paint the fenders. And the glove box cover and that little piece, the other piece that I sandblasted a while ago, the little piece that goes on the steering column when we paint the fenders. Alright, so a few days ago I painted this pitman arm, and I was going to put it on before I bolted this core support up, but it needed painting, so painted it and left it hanging for a few days to get it good and cured. And so this is the arm. Now this thing is centered where it needs to be, so this arm, I'm going to assume, should be centered on this shaft. And we can see on the shaft that we got you pretty much tell you got splines on part of it you ain't, and you also got a groove for the bolt that goes through here. So hopefully we'll get it on here right, and I'm hoping I ain't gonna be all up in y'all's view, but it's a little bit difficult to get over here and do it. So we'll do what we can. Get down here on one knee like I'm proposing this thing. Alright, so it's on there. It just needs to be, I think it just needs to be pushed all the way up. I'm not sure it actually goes all the way up. See if the bolt will go through, because I think the that hole in there is what's really going to determine this thing thing needs to go. So it goes all the way down to the bottom. Almost flush with the bottom of that shaft. Now this thing, believe it or not, when I took it off the oven, it just fell off. I already had the pitman arm puller ready. When I unbolted it, it just dropped off. I know some people have a lot of trouble getting these things off, and like I seen, it went on easy, it came off easy. So I'm not saying that yours would be the same way. Alright, the torque spec for this is 180 foot-pounds. My torque wrench will only go to 150. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my impact and get it as tight as I can get it, and then we'll check it with a torque wrench. And if it clicks at 150, then it'll probably be alright. And here we go again with this. I think it's this, I don't think it's the coupling as much as it is the piece that goes in the end of this wrench. Don't fit the coupling too good. But the other stuff don't do that. Where am I moving? I'm moving the whole shaft. Shit, I can't. I'm gonna say damn thing's on there. It's a lock nut. It ain't coming off really easy anyway. I didn't want to move this shaft because this thing is centered where it should be. So this thing here should pop right up in there, which I'm not going to connect this linkage yet, because if you connect that linkage, you'll never be able to steer this thing. And that wheel over there looks like it's way out compared to this one. This one looks like it's turned in just a little bit, but that one looks like it's turned in a lot. So I'm sure there's going to have to be some adjustment to get the toe in correct, at least close enough to go to the down the road here and get it lined up. So we'll leave that undone for the time being until we get done with everything else and get the steering column in. Once I get the steering column in, I'll hook that up. And so I'm still waiting on clutch rod boots, or boot, to put my clutch rod in to get the steering column in. It's ordered. I've ordered another boot. It's not the correct boot, but I think it'll work with my bracket. It's made for a Nova or Camaro early 70s model. Short, but it looked like it had the 2-hole connector that I need. Alright, so I guess the only other thing I can do now is I've got to paint the radiator brackets that hold the radiator on, and I've got to find the brackets for the condenser that I couldn't locate earlier. And I guess I could go ahead and put the lower door hinge back on and work on these doors. So I think I'm going to work on the doors, try to get those finished up, ready to hang. Well, it's about 2 o'clock in the evening. The rain finally showed up. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this video, show you what I got done. I got the door buffed. I got the other door that I already had buffed. I got the handle, the lock, and the latch mounted. So it's ready to sit on the truck. This one, I thought I'd be smart and use 1500 to start with, and then 2000. I left a lot of sanding scratches. I don't know if y'all can tell. Maybe it'll show up in the video. Get over here away from the light, you can kind of see it. A lot more scratches than that door's got. I only did 2000 of it. And, you know, it's still pretty orange peely, but I guess it's gonna have to do. So I guess tomorrow I'll finish putting the latch and all on this one. And we'll try to get these things hung up. I also got the back glass. It's in that bubble wrap there. It's just a solid glass. Went ahead and bought a new piece to go on the back. I don't really like those sliding glass windows, and the one I had, the seal was coming out. It's old. The one that was on here is shot, so I think I'm gonna just put a solid glass in it, and then later on if he wants to put a sliding glass in it, he can choose to do so at his own with his own money, because those sliding glasses are fairly expensive. So anyway guys, I'm gonna get out of here before it gets too rough, and maybe we'll get this thing uploaded here shortly, and I'll catch you tomorrow. So please rate, comment, and subscribe if you want to.